Hello everybody, hope all is well. We are back here for yet another video. Today's video is about my experience with a carnivore diet. I have now been on a carnivore diet for 6 months straight, and before that I was pretty heavily animal based already. If we go back 7 months, April 1st, I really started hardcore on trying to get healthier. And that's kind of when I started implementing some changes. April 1st, like I said, I was even animal based before that. But come April 1st, I cut out all the crap out of my diet. I have not eaten sugar. I shouldn't say I haven't eaten any sugar. Of course, once in a while sugar still gets in there, but actively I'm not eating sweets, candies, cookies, or anything like that. So we're safe to say this video isn't necessarily all about the carnivore diet, because I started about 7 months ago, and back 7 months I was still eating like rice and potatoes. I did some sourdough bread, a little bit of Ezekiel bread, which is sprouted grain bread. And I can also say these 10 improvements I'm going to list here, I think those improvements would have happened on a general whole food diet. It doesn't necessarily have to be carnivore, guys. But for me, yes, 6 months, carnivore. Some people will argue that I am not carnivore because I occasionally eat an avocado, or maybe I have a non-alcoholic brew once in a while. The moral of the story here, folks, 7 months, very clean diet. My choice of diet happens to be carnivore. Or to some of you, mostly carnivore. Some might want to call it ketovore. I don't buy into that crap. I eat meat. I'm a carnivore, guys. Check it out, guys. I got my trusty list here. 10 noticeable improvements I've had since being carnivore, and also since cleaning up my diet in general. The number one thing I have here on my list, it's kind of an interesting topic here. It's earwax, guys. For whatever reason, I seem to be cleaning my ears a lot less than I have been before this carnivore diet. At night, in the evening, a lot of times I'll have the earbuds in, watching TV. And back in the day, you know, every week or two, you'd notice a little something on there. I'm like, oh, I gotta clean my ears. But now, it'd be like 2 months and I'd be like, man, I haven't seen nothing on the earbuds. So apparently, for whatever reason, I seem to be making less wax. I don't know if that should be considered an improvement, but it is what it is, guys. Number 2 on my list, again, with the ears. So I've been experiencing tinnitus here and there. Every once in a while, I feel like a weird pop inside my ear, inside my head, and then it'd go brrrr, and it would slowly fade out. And that could happen sometimes once or twice a week, once or twice a day, but it was generally a weekly kind of thing. Now, for whatever reason, that seems to have subsided quite a bit. I still get it occasionally, but it's few and far in between right now. Now I feel it's like once every 2 or 3 weeks instead of once or twice every week. So that's obviously a bonus. Again, next thing on my list is again to do with my ears. Over here on this side, I had like a lump behind my ear, and it's gone. The lump is gone. Maybe that was somewhat of a source of my tinnitus. Who knows? It's getting quite windy out there, guys. Got some storms brewing up. But for whatever reason, my inner ear on my right ear has been causing me not that big of a deal for issues, but every time I go underwater, you know, the ear feels the water and it's a pain in the ass shaking that stuff out. So whatever reason, this right ear has been a little difficult, but that lump is now gone. Those of you that are new here, I'm dealing with some chronic heart stuff, genetic heart stuff. I have something called hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. I have the apical version of that. I have an apical aneurysm. I have significant scarring. I have permanent atrial fibrillation. And I have a pacemaker ICD in myself as well. So, dealing with them things, I also deal with heart pain, which is different than chest pain. Like, I physically feel my heart. It just sore sometimes. Sometimes your heart, it'll squeeze you just to remind you that it's there. But sometimes it'll squeeze you and say, you know what? I could take you out at any time. So that gets kind of scary sometimes. Sometimes when that thing starts squeezing you or getting pain, you don't know if that's going to be a big one or not. On that note, since switching over here to the carnivore diet to a generally good whole food diet, those pains have subsided quite a bit actually. They haven't gone away completely. Now kind of when I notice it is when I'm overexerting myself with lifting stuff and just generally overdoing it. Which before it didn't matter what I was doing, it would just start squeezing you kinda. So yes, less heart pains, guys. By the way, before we get any further, this is not all diet related. I am also doing a lot of walking, a lot of exercising. I'm putting in a lot of miles during the week. I try getting out there 3, 4, 5 days a week, cranking out 4 to 6 miles each time. I'd like to do it more than that. Unfortunately, I've been trying to move into this place and it's been taking a lot of extra time. But I try keeping walking as the #1 priority if possible. Back to the list, guys. So I mentioned heart pains are different than chest pains. Well, I've also experienced chest pains. What is the difference? Well, the heart pain, you physically feel your heart pain. Chest, it's more of the general area. It's more heavy. Feels a little more harder to breathe and stuff like that, even though both make it feel harder to breathe. I believe the chest pain I'm talking about is like when people feel heart attack symptoms and stuff like that. It's the general heaviness in your chest area. Well, again, like the heart pains, these have also subsided quite significantly, actually. I don't remember the last time I had chest heaviness like that. I still feel the heart pain on occasion, but as of overall chest heaviness, pain like that, I can't quite recall the last time I experienced that. By the way, guys, knock on wood. Now there's a couple part of the list that maybe it's under the TMI, too much information category, but you know, this is a popular thing mentioned when it comes to carnivore diets or even just changing your diet in general. And that is bowel movements. Without getting too involved in that subject, basically, let's just say I am using a lot less toilet paper these days. Yes, that means less frequent trips to the bathroom for a bowel movement. And that also means after a bowel movement, needing a lot less toilet paper afterwards. Not sure I really need to say much more about that. You kind of get the idea there. Continuing on the list, #7. I don't know if this is considered TMI or not. It's probably good information for many out there. Maybe starting a good whole food diet or a carnivore keto type diet. That is, my libido has significantly improved. Just ask my wife. Again, I don't think there's a whole lot more I gotta say about that, but definitely noticeable improvements in that category, guys. Here's kind of a simple one that, of course, everybody loves, and that's weight loss. I lost weight April 1st. Even if I bump back to about March 26th, 27th, I was 214 pounds. And I got rid of that first 3-4 garbage weight in a few days, but by April 1st, I weighed in at 210. By October 1st, I was 186, almost 185. I just missed it. So since cleaning everything up 7 months ago and being carnivore for the past 6 months, I have lost about 25 pounds, maybe a little more if you consider some of that garbage weight in the beginning there. A lot of people say, oh, they don't do it for the weight loss. I think you underplay weight loss. Being optimal weight is definitely great for optimal health. You want to be at your ideal weight if at all possible. Some will say this is more important than weight loss. I think it's kind of the same category. #8 is I lost inches. If you guys follow the channel, you know I kind of reported on my belt loop progress. Back April 1st, I was on my 4th notch on my belt loop. And come October 1st, or even more recently, I am on my 7th belt loop. So that's basically 3 inches there in the waist in about 7 months. Outside of the weight, which I've been monitoring, I didn't measure anything else, but we're a little more tighter here. Shirts and pants are all fitting as they should. where they weren't for quite a while beforehand. So like I said, inches, waist down, clothes fitting better. Starting to be able to get some of my old clothes out, and it's been pretty cool. I seem to have leveled off at about the 186 mark. I don't think I've lost any weight this month. It'd be the first month I didn't lose weight. But I'm pretty close to what I think is ideal. I'd like to be closer to 180 than 186, maybe 182-ish. I'd be a lot more happy with, but I'll take what I can get for now. One of my problems is, which many carnivores won't like, even though a lot of carnivores do eat it, is I do enjoy some cheese, and I eat more cheese than I should. But the good thing about cheese is I do have a sweet tooth. It's kind of been something I've had my whole life. So you eat a nice meal, dinner, and that afterwards, I still get that little sweet tooth craving. So instead of eating something sweet, I'll knock down a couple pieces of cheese, and that usually takes care of my cravings. So of course, lost weight, lost inches, definitely a plus here on a good whole food carnivore type diet. We are moving down the list. This is actually number 10 on the list, guys, and kind of ties in with what I'm saying, you know. I guess a little more muscular feeling. Everything's tightened up. Now, I gotta say that I do some small, lightweight dumbbell exercises, maybe once a week, maybe twice a week tops. Nothing too serious. That being said, that's nothing new. Even when I was a little heavier, I would still crank out a dumbbell workout here and there. And also we're pushing out some push-outs and squats here and there. So again, a little strength training, nothing too crazy. That's about it, guys. That's my top 10. I do have a bonus one, so hold on. First, we're gonna recap these 10. Number 1, reduced earwax, kind of interesting. Number 2, tinnitus, seems to have lessened quite a bit. Number 3, that ear lump is now gone. Heart pains, like I said, significantly reduced. Chest pains, haven't had one of them in quite a while. I don't even remember the last one, knock on wood. Bowel movements, well, you heard that story. All good there. Libido increase, bonus points for that one. Weight loss, and we lost inches, and we are a little bit more muscular, guys. And here's a bonus one, number 11. And it's a bonus because I can't 100% confirm this, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel, probably doesn't look like it here, but it feels like my hair is a bit thicker. The wife even maybe mentioned that. She's a hairstylist, but who knows? Sometimes it feels that way, sometimes it doesn't. Just a bonus. I have heard other carnivores say things like that, and I've heard people reducing gray hair. My gray is staying pretty steady. Not too bad for 50 guys. So there you have it, guys. My experience, 6 months carnivore, 7 months very clean. No sugar, no crap, no garbage, no cheating. This is not a carnivore channel. I think you can accomplish this with a good, solid, whole food diet. Whatever one works for you. For me, I'm enjoying a carnivore diet. I'm dabbling with a little extra here and there, but I'm still trying to stay about 98% carnivore. That may change very slowly as I move on, but I'm not going to get too crazy. And that's it, guys. Yes, we talk about health and nutrition stuff kind of around here. We talk about a lot of other things. If you made it this far, what the heck is wrong with you guys? Come on. But I appreciate it. I don't know if you got any value out of this thing. I just threw the camera up and went for it, guys. On that note, thanks for watching, guys. We will see you next time. Take care, everybody.